International scene as we give you the details in regards to business. The military-run Kenya Meat Commission has launched a cashless outlet that it says is currently fetching 1 million Kenyan shillings daily. The Military Kenyan Meat Commission, KMC, Managing Director Brigadier James Gathanga said that the outlet dubbed Meat Haven used to operate as a mini shop in the factory. More of the story. Brigadier Gathanga said the new concept is set to tap into the new local meat market. The small outlet could hardly fetch 8,000 Kenyan shillings daily, now makes more than 1 million shillings daily. Brigadier Gathanga added that the most loopholes that were used to steal meat had been sealed under the hawk eye of military staff. Since September last year, when President Uhuru Kenyatta transferred the government-owned meat processor to the Ministry of Defense in a turnaround strategy, the plant has witnessed dozens of transformations. The processor currently enjoys a daily slaughter capacity of 1,250 large animals and 2,000 small stocks compared to a month ago when the plant would go for a fortnight without a single slaughter. The 72-hour payment and live animal weight policy has been enticing farmers to supply their animals to KMC. Apart from animals delivered by trucks to boost animal supply, Kenya Railways recently began transportation of livestock via the Nanyuki-Nairobi meter gauge railway line, coming as a boost to Kenya. More than 200 animals delivered per trip on a weekly basis. Already, the launch of the new cashless outlet is attracting meat lovers as far as Nairobi and its environs. A kilogram of beef retails at 440 Kenyan shillings, slightly lower than prices in the city. For customers eyeing assorted meat, prices vary with chick on bone going for 500 Kenyan shillings, as wrap stick retailing at 600 Kenyan shillings. Ordinary minced meat is at 470 Kenyan shillings and short ribs going for 480 Kenyan shillings. The outlet is housed in a building that also has a Nyama Choma zone and a modern restaurant run by a civilian. Liquor also retails at friendly prices, looking for an attractive proposition. Nevertheless, outside, of canvas gazebos are set under the canopy of trees. Behind the building sits a children corner that usually operates on a weekend to cater for children. A private car wash serving more than 2,000 vehicles that visit the outlet weekly fetches 50,000 Kenyan shillings monthly rate. There is ample secured parking that can hold more than 500 vehicles at a time. A spot check last weekend indicated that dozens of customers flocked to the new joint in mass composed of locals. Spot check last weekend indicated dozens of customers flocked to the new joint in quite huge numbers, as walk-in customers composed of locals come in large numbers to greatly get themselves a share of beautiful beef from the KMC. Let's move on. The plane maker Boeing says it expects that it will take another 2.5 years of global aviation to return to pre-pandemic levels. Its Vice President of Commercial Marketing, Darren Hulst, said that the industry recovers to 2019 levels of traffic by the end of 2023 and early 2024, and domestic flying would be at the forefront of any recovery. More of this story.
Long-haul international routes would take the longest to recover, according to Boeing's forecast, partly because of the government restrictions. Boeing says these will need to be eased to enable the recovery of the pent-up demand that exists already in the marketplace. Last year, passenger numbers fell 60% to 1.8 billion and the industry lost $12.6 billion, according to the airline body IATA, which said it was the worst year on record. Boeing says that the strength of the global economy is key to recovering from the slump. Using data from IHS Economics, it says that the global economy is actually trending back towards where it would have been had the virus not actually happened. The International Monetary Fund is expecting the global economy to grow 6% this year and 4.9% next year as it recovers from the damage inflicted by the pandemic. Across the world, governments have taken their own approaches to recognizing vaccine and testing status. They are also deferring requirements around quarantine periods, which have made international travel a complicated affair. The aviation industry is crucial to the global economy. The UN's International Civil Aviation Organization estimates that before the pandemic, it was worth 3.6% of the global economy and supported 6.5 million jobs worldwide.
The aviation industry is actually very crucial to the global economy, And that is why the UN's International Civil Aviation Organization did estimate that before the pandemic, it was worth 3.6% of the global economy and supported 65.5 million people worldwide. Heading to the next story, Huawei says it's hiring more scientists in the face of the United States sanctions. The Chinese telecommunications company said it's expanding its team of scientists even as the company has lost revenue in the wake of US sanctions. It's a bet that doubling down to research can help China build up its own technologies now that the US under President Joe Biden administration is bent on competing with Beijing and kept restrictions on the Chinese company access to semiconductor technology from the US. Huawei CEO Ren Zhengfei claimed at an internal meeting in early August that the company has paid expanding workforce in that particular regard. Now, Huawei is still facing more in situations of seeing that they actually get more scientists ahead of the US sanctions in that particular aspect. And of course, you could see that most of the countries and most of the companies are still finding a very huge challenge in maintaining themselves in that particular regard. All right, now that brings us to the end of our news. I will return shortly.
Smart 24, driving business.
Now, just in the Bank of Uganda's case against Tudiru Pareria has actually been withdrawn. And you could actually see as most of the cases in regards to business and cases in courts coming up to the withdrawal in that particular regard. And of course, here on Smart Means Business, we are into that moment of making sure we give you details in regards to the business news that is coming up from more and more of the business stories as the Bank of Uganda's case against Tudiru Pareria has been withdrawn. Well, as we head into a break, just to give you a quick reminder of what we do have next. Coming up, we're having a celebrity in studio here as we will be discussing more into the music industry and what other business do your celebrities actually have in terms of business, and what do we have for them to what do they have for us in terms of the business? And we shall clearly be getting to you back there if I told you just joining us as well. This is Smart 24 TV and we are Smart Means Business, clearly. And a celebrity of the day will be coming in through to just give us more of what she has to say about music, the business. This is Smart Means Business. I'm Joram Paul Sonko. Let's take a short break.